Welcome back, coin collectors. Today, first up, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing specifically on the Oregon State Quarter from 2005. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the value of your pocket change, you're in the right place. We'll explore the history of this quarter, its significance, and what it means for collectors today, especially in good condition without a mint mark. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the Oregon State Quarter itself. Issued in 2005 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, this coin represents the state of Oregon, known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich history. The design features the iconic Crater Lake, which is one of the deepest lakes in the United States. The reverse also includes the state motto, the Beaver State, highlighting Oregon's wildlife and heritage. The 50 State Quarters program was initiated by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to honor each of the 50 states. Each quarter features unique designs reflecting the history, culture, and significance of the state it represents. The Oregon Quarter was the third released in 2005, following those of California and Minnesota, and it plays a crucial role in celebrating the diverse heritage of our nation. Now let's talk about mint marks. Mint marks are small letters found on coins that indicate where they were produced. For the Oregon State Quarter, a coin without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. On the other hand, those with a D mint mark were produced in Denver, and those with an S mint mark in San Francisco. In general, quarters without mint marks can sometimes be less sought after, but that doesn't mean they lack value, especially if they are in good condition. Collectors are often looking for coins in various grades, and good condition can significantly affect market value. Now let's get to the big question: what's the current market value of the Oregon State Quarter from 2005 in good condition without a mint mark? As of today, prices can vary widely depending on the coin's condition and the market demand. In good condition, you might find this quarter valued $81,000. If you're looking to buy or sell Oregon State Quarters, here are a few tips. First, always check the condition. Coins can be graded from poor to uncirculated, and this directly impacts their value. Second, consider keeping your coins in protective holders to maintain their condition. Finally, stay updated with coin market trends through reliable sources and communities online. An in-depth look at the Oregon State Quarter from 2005. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this quarter is a wonderful addition to any collection. Its beauty, historical significance, and potential market value make it a coin worth knowing about. Next up, we're diving deep into one of America's most iconic coins, the 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This penny might just be 1 cent in face value, but in the collector's market, this classic has a much bigger worth, especially in very fine condition. So, let's explore the story behind this fascinating coin, its unique history, and its current value in the collector's market today. The 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of a legendary series in American coinage, the Lincoln Wheat Cent. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the wheat penny design quickly became beloved by Americans. In 1939, the country was coming out of the Great Depression, and this penny holds stories from that era. It's more than just copper, it's a slice of American history. This penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, famously appear on some of the earlier pennies. On the front, or obverse, we see a portrait of President Lincoln, an image that's become synonymous with the 1 cent piece in America. Surrounding his profile is the phrase "In God We Trust," the word liberty, and the year 1939 at the bottom. This particular version has no mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically didn't use mint marks on 1 cent coins during this period. The reverse side, known as the wheat design, features 2 wheat stalks on each side, a powerful symbol of prosperity and growth, with 1 cent boldly displayed in the center. This coin also features United States of America below 1 cent and just above it, the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one. All of these elements make this coin a treasured piece for collectors. Now, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A 1939 Lincoln Wheat Penny in very fine VF condition can hold significant value for collectors. In this grade, the coin shows moderate wear but retains strong details, especially in key areas. For example, in a very fine 1939 penny, you should be able to see clear details on Lincoln's face, including lines around his cheek and jaw, as well as some of the wheat stalk lines on the reverse. Even with wear, these details remain bold and easily identifiable, making the coin both valuable and visually striking. You might wonder, why does a 1939 penny without a mint mark hold so much appeal? This is largely due to the coin's mintage and history. While Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco produced Lincoln Wheat pennies, the no mint mark Philadelphia coins are generally more abundant. For many collectors, the no mint mark version is considered a foundational coin in any Lincoln cent collection because it was struck in Philadelphia, the oldest mint in America and the birthplace of U.S. coinage. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the dollar value. As of today, a 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark in very fine condition, can fetch anywhere $450,000 on the collector's market. If you're looking to start or expand your collection with a 1939 wheat penny, here are a few tips. First, make sure to look closely at the coin's condition, focus on Lincoln's facial details and the wheat stalks to determine if it meets very fine standards. And always buy from reputable dealers or marketplaces with high ratings to avoid counterfeits. Also, if you plan to keep this coin in top condition, consider storing it in a protective sleeve or coin album to protect it from wear and environmental damage. And remember, the better preserved the coin, the higher its market value in the long run. The Lincoln wheat penny holds a special place in American culture. It has survived wars, economic shifts, and the test of time. This humble 1939 penny without a mint mark may seem simple, but it's a cherished relic of the past. It represents a connection to history and a tribute to President Lincoln's legacy. Every coin tells a story, and the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny is exception. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition is more than just a coin, it's a piece of history with enduring value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this penny. It might just be the next gem in your collection. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatics, the 1971 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark. This coin not only represents a significant era in U.S. coinage, but also holds notable value in today's collector market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you won't want to miss this deep dive. The 1971 Lincoln Memorial penny is a part of the iconic Lincoln penny series that began in 1909. The front, or obverse, features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity and strength. The D mint mark indicates this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key U.S. mints. The 1971 with D mint mark penny is made of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. Now let's talk about the market value. In circulated condition, a 1971 with D mint mark penny typically ranges $150,000, which is much at first glance. However, certain factors can significantly increase its value. Condition is paramount in the coin collecting world. Coins that are well preserved or exhibit unique characteristics, such as errors or anomalies, can fetch much higher prices. The Lincoln Memorial penny is popular among collectors for several reasons. Firstly, it's a staple of American currency that many people are nostalgic about. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of history. The 1971 with D mint mark being part of this series attracts a wide range of collectors, from beginners to seasoned veterans. Moreover, the current trend in the market shows an increasing interest in collecting coins from the 1970s, which has led to an uptick in demand. Coin shows and online marketplaces have seen a rise in transactions involving these pennies, and that can drive up the prices, especially for those in better condition. For those of you interested in adding a 1971 with D mint mark penny to your collection, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Always check for wear and tear. Look for the details in Lincoln's hair and the memorial. The clearer the details, the better the grade. Engaging with fellow collectors through forums or local clubs can provide you with information and potential trading opportunities. If you believe you have a high-quality specimen, consider getting it graded by a professional service. A higher grade can significantly increase its market value. The 1971 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark may seem like a treasure at first glance. Its significance in the collector market cannot be understated. With proper care, research, and a little luck, you could find yourself with a valuable addition to your collection. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating coin from American history, the 1972 Monticello Jefferson nickel with D mint mark. You might have one of these nickels sitting in a drawer somewhere. But what if I told you that your nickel could be worth more than just 5 cents? Let's talk value, history, and what makes this coin so interesting to collectors today. So, let's start with the basics. This nickel was minted in 1972, featuring the iconic image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. On the obverse, that's the front side of the coin. And on the reverse side, we have the Monticello, Jefferson's grand estate in Virginia, which has become a defining image for the Jefferson nickel series. Look for the small D mint mark just to the right of the Monticello building on the reverse. This D means the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint is known for producing large numbers of Jefferson nickels each year, and 1972 was no exception. They minted over 351 million of these nickels, making it a relatively common year. Now, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. When we say this nickel is in very fine condition, here's what that means. A coin in very fine condition has had some circulation but still retains sharp details. On the obverse, you should see clear lines in Jefferson's hair, and on the reverse, details in the Monticello should be noticeable, though they may show some wear. Very fine is a step below extra fine, but it's still a solid grade, especially for a coin from 1972. Coins in this condition are generally worth more than those heavily worn down in circulation. With this Monticello nickel in very fine condition, collectors find it attractive if it has minimal nicks or blemishes that obscure the main details. Okay, so why would a 1972 with D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel be worth anything above 5 cents? Two main factors drive the collector's market rarity and demand. While the Denver Mint struck over 351 million of these coins, finding one in very fine condition and with clear details can still be rare, simply because these coins were used in everyday transactions for years. Many of them now show a lot of wear. A coin from 1972 that's still looking this good today has survived the test of time, which is why collectors are willing to pay a premium. Although it's as rare as some other Jefferson nickels, like certain ones from the war years, demand from collectors has kept the value steady for this coin. So let's get to what everyone wants to know. What's the market value of this 1972 with D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel in very fine condition today? Well, in the current collector market, values for a very fine 1972 with D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel typically range $117,000. Here are some quick tips if you're interested in collecting Jefferson nickels or have a bunch lying around that you want to check for value. First, always handle coins by the edges to avoid damaging the surface. And if you think you have a rare coin, consider getting it graded by a reputable grading service, like PCGS or NGC. Even if you don't plan to sell it, a graded coin can offer a snapshot of its true value and make it easier to sell in the future. Finally, it's essential to do a bit of market research. Check coin pricing guides, visit online marketplaces, and look at auction results to see what similar coins are going for. Coin values can change over time, so it pays to stay updated. The 1972 with D Mint Mark Jefferson nickel may make you rich. It's definitely worth more than its face value if you have one in very fine condition or better. And if you're a collector, adding this coin to your collection can be rewarding for its history, design, and small but interesting market value. So check your spare change, who knows what hidden treasures you might find. Next up, we're spotlighting a piece of American history that you just might have in your pocket change, a 1989 Washington quarter with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition. This isn't just any quarter, it's got historical significance and some real collector value. So let's start with a bit of background. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since 1932, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The quarter has been through numerous design changes and minting variations over the years. But the 1989 quarter holds a unique place. By 1989, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters featuring the classic image of Washington on the obverse and the American eagle on the reverse, a design that had been used for decades. Now, why is the D Mint mark important? That little D beneath Washington's portrait signifies that this coin was minted in Denver. In 1989, the Denver Mint produced a significant number of these quarters, over 500 million to be exact. May seem like a lot, finding one today in extra fine condition or better can actually be a challenge. That's part of why this specific coin can have collector appeal. Condition plays a huge role in the value of any coin, and today we're talking about this Washington quarter in extra fine or XF condition. Extra fine condition means that while the coin shows some wear, particularly on the high points like Washington's hair, you'll still see sharp detail in his hair and in the feathers of the eagle on the reverse. Coins in XF condition have seen limited circulation, so the luster is slightly muted but still noticeably present. Now let's talk market value. As with many modern coins, collector interest often comes down to rarity and condition. Quarters from 1989 are exactly rare in general, but coins in extra fine or better condition, especially those with the D Mint mark, are less common, as most were circulated heavily. Quarters in excellent condition from the 1980s are becoming popular among collectors who focus on completing sets of Washington quarters. The rise of collectors interested in high-quality circulated coins has created demand for pieces like this. In fact, XF 1989 Washington quarters are appreciated by those who want an affordable, yet appealing, example of the Washington series. Narrator: so, what's this 1989 with D Mint mark Washington quarter worth on the collector's market? In today's market, quarters from this year in extra fine condition typically range from $85,000. This may sound like a fortune. The price can go up even higher if the coin has near perfect eye appeal and is graded by a recognized grading company. So, what makes this coin valuable beyond just its market price? Part of the appeal lies in the Washington quarter's historical legacy. It's one of the longest-running coin series in American history, and each coin carries a piece of that heritage. While the 1989 Washington quarter with D mint mark may be considered ultra-rare, it's a coin that could appreciate over time, especially as more collectors enter the hobby and demand for high-quality circulated coins grows. If you're collecting quarters, holding onto your 1989 with D mint mark in extra fine condition could prove valuable in the future. As we know, the coin market can shift with trends, and coins that might seem common today can gain in value as their quality and condition become increasingly scarce. If you have one of these quarters, preserving its condition is key. Since extra fine coins are just a step below uncirculated, you'll want to keep them in a safe place to prevent any further wear. Consider using a coin holder, sleeve, or airtight capsule to maintain the coin's current quality. Remember, preserving a coin in XF condition keeps its value intact and might even help it gain value over time. The 1989 with D mint mark Washington quarter in extra fine condition may make you rich, and it's a solid piece for any collection. Not only is it a slice of history, but it's also a quarter that carries collector value beyond its face value. Whether you're just starting out or already have a collection, this quarter could be a great addition to your set of Washington quarters. Next up, we're talking about a unique piece that might surprise you, the 1966 Washington quarter, specifically one with no mint mark, and if you have one with a brown shade, this video is for you. This coin is often overlooked by many collectors, but it holds a special place in the world of numismatics, especially in very fine condition. In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know about this 1966 quarter, from its history, unique features, to its current collector value in the market. So grab your quarters and let's dive in. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, it has become an iconic coin in the United States. Over the years, the quarter has seen a variety of changes, but today's focus is on the 1966 Washington quarter, a coin with a unique historical context. By 1965, the U.S. Mint made a significant change. They stopped using silver in quarters and began producing them in a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1966 quarter is part of this transitional period, making it historically significant. And here's an interesting fact: due to coin hoarding and a silver shortage, no quarters from 1965 to 1967 were minted with a mint mark, regardless of where they were produced. Let's take a closer look at the specifics. The 1966 Washington quarter, like others of its time, was struck in copper-nickel-clad composition. It's 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. The coin has a diameter of 24.3 mm, weighs about 5.67 grams. One of the unique aspects of the 1966 quarter, and the reason for its value today, is its color and tone. If you've come across one with a distinct brown shade, it's likely because of the coin's exposure to the environment over time. This toning adds a layer of uniqueness and can make the coin particularly appealing to collectors. Now, coin collectors know that condition is everything. This coin in very fine condition means it has seen some circulation but retains a lot of its original details. On a coin grading scale, very fine usually means there is noticeable wear, but the major design elements are sharp and clear. For the 1966 Washington quarter, this level of condition still has strong appeal. It captures the beauty of the original design but shows enough wear to tell a story. The brown toning, if consistent and attractive, can actually enhance the coin's desirability and set it apart from typical 1966 quarters in standard condition. Now let's talk about the unique brown shade on this quarter. This natural toning occurs due to environmental factors like humidity, temperature, and the coin's exposure to air. Unlike artificially toned coins, this natural aging process can add to a coin's charm and make it more desirable to certain collectors. When the toning is a deep, even brown, it gives the coin a vintage look, enhancing its appeal. But keep in mind, collectors look for coins where the toning complements the design rather than obscuring it. So, if your 1966 quarter has a uniform brown patina, it could actually increase its value on the collector's market. So, what can a 1966 Washington quarter with no mint mark, brown shade, and in very fine condition fetch in today's market? Currently, quarters from 1966 without mint marks in very fine condition are valued around $50,000, depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's toning. However, if your quarter has a distinct, attractive brown tone, some collectors might be willing to pay a premium, pushing the value up to around $190,000 or more in some cases. The exact price can vary based on the intensity and aesthetic of the toning, as well as the overall demand in the market. Finding a brown-toned 1966 quarter with historical significance makes it more than just spare change. It's a little piece of American history with its own story and value. Why is the 1966 Washington quarter still popular? Well, its historical importance combined with its scarcity of mint marks makes it a fascinating piece for collectors. Plus, the appeal of natural toning, like that unique brown shade, adds a level of beauty and rarity that attracts collectors. Coins from this era tell a story of transition, of changes in composition, and of a society adjusting to new economic realities. For many collectors, the 1966 quarter is a reminder of that pivotal time, and every toned coin has its own unique look, almost like a fingerprint. So, if you come across a 1966 Washington quarter with no mint mark and a beautiful brown tone, hold on to it. Even in very fine condition, it's a fantastic addition to any collection, and who knows, as the popularity of toned coins grows, the value of these uniquely shaded pieces could rise. Remember to store your coins properly to preserve any natural toning and prevent further damage. Use coin flips or cases to protect them from the elements, as exposure to air can further alter the coin's appearance over time. Next up, we're diving into a hidden gem in the world of Australian coin collecting, the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin. If you're curious about why this coin is so fascinating and what its value could be in today's collector market, stick around. You might just discover you have a valuable treasure sitting in your collection. Australian 50-cent coins are iconic, not only for their unique dodecagonal or 12-sided shape, but also for their impressive designs and the history behind them. The 50-cent coin was first minted in 1966, and while the original version was made from silver, the rising cost of silver quickly led to a redesign. By 1969, Australia switched to the copper-nickel alloy that we still see in circulation today. However, within just a couple of years, in 1971, a coin was minted that would turn out to be relatively scarce due to the unexpectedly low mintage and the unique era it represented in Australian coinage. So, what makes the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin special? Well, first off, it wasn't produced in high numbers. In fact, the mintage for this particular year was around 5 million. Compared to other years, this is a relatively low number, which means fewer of these coins are out there in circulation. And as many collectors know, lower mintage often adds to a coin's desirability and, potentially, its value. The obverse of this coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine. And on the reverse side, we see the Australian coat of arms with the iconic kangaroo and emu, symbolizing Australia's national identity. The detailed design and the striking relief make it a visually appealing coin. Now, here's where condition plays a big role in the value of this coin. Collectors place a lot of emphasis on the coin's grade or condition because it directly impacts its market value. A coin in very fine condition means it's still relatively well preserved, with only slight wear on the highest points of the design. You can still see details clearly, and it hasn't been overly circulated or damaged. For the 1971 Australian 50-cent coin, finding one in very fine condition is already a challenge. Since these coins have been in circulation for over 50 years, most have significant wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins that have been carefully preserved in very fine condition or higher are rare, making them attractive to serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium for a high-quality example. Alright, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much is a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in very fine condition worth in today's collector market? As of now, a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere $159,000. However, the price could vary depending on the specific coin's condition and the demand at the time of sale. So why the wide range in value? Several factors affect a coin's market price. Coins in very fine condition will be worth more than heavily circulated ones. If your 1971 Australian 50-cent coin is in mint or near mint condition, you're looking at a higher value. While 5 million coins might sound like a lot, in coin collecting this is considered a low mintage year. Collectors who focus on Australian coins actively seek this 1971 issue, making it more desirable and thus potentially more valuable. Coins from this era are also becoming more popular due to the historical connection with the early decimal currency years in Australia. People interested in the history of Australian money, or those building full-date sets, will often seek out coins like this to complete their collections. Coin markets fluctuate, influenced by collector interest, the economy, and even trends in the numismatic community. Values can change over time, so it's always good to stay updated if you're looking to buy or sell. If you're hoping to get a good deal on a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin or looking to sell one, here are a few tips to keep in mind. If you think your coin is in very fine condition or higher, consider having it graded by a professional service. It can confirm the coin's condition and boost its market value. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other numismatic platforms often list coins like this. Keep an eye on auction results to get a sense of the going price, but be sure to look for certified coins to ensure you're getting the real deal. If you have a 1971 Australian 50-cent coin in great condition, be sure to store it properly. Use coin holders or cases to prevent further wear or damage, as even small scratches can lower its value. The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin might be the rarest coin out there, and for dedicated collectors, it's a fascinating piece of Australia's numismatic history. Its low mintage, combined with the demand for high-grade examples, makes it a valuable addition to any collection. So, if you have one of these coins tucked away, it might be worth taking a closer look. And if you're still on the hunt, now you know what to look for and what it could be worth. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating piece from Australia that merges history and numismatic value, the Australia 50 cents 50th anniversary of the end of World War II coin from 1995. In this video, we'll explore the unique design, historical background, and of course the current market value of this commemorative coin in very fine condition. So, if you're curious about whether this coin is worth adding to your collection or just interested in learning more, stick around as we dig into the details. To begin, let's talk about the background and design of this coin. The Australia 50 cents 1995 coin was issued to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the end of World War II, an event of immense historical significance for both Australia and the world. Australia was deeply involved in the Allied efforts, and the end of the war marked a turning point for the nation and the rest of the world. The Royal Australian Mint recognized the importance of this milestone by producing this special 50 cents coin, a tribute to those who served and the spirit of peace that followed. The coin's design is both powerful and elegant, capturing the significance of peace and remembrance. On the reverse side, you'll see an intricate depiction symbolizing peace, with olive branches and the dates 1945 and 1995 prominently displayed. These elements are a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made and the resilience of the Australian people. The obverse side of the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, which is standard for Australian coins of that era. Now let's talk about some specifics. The Australia 50 cents 1995 coin was struck in copper nickel, meaning it's a mix of copper and nickel, giving it that durable and attractive silver finish. The coin is 31.65 mm in diameter and has a weight of around 15.55 grams, which is typical for 50-cent pieces from Australia. Its reeded edge and large, iconic shape make it an instantly recognizable piece in any collection. Another interesting fact is that this coin is non-circulating legal tender. It was produced specifically as a collectible, not for general use. This makes it even more special, as it was crafted with collectors and history buffs in mind. The coin's design and build quality speak to the intention of creating a meaningful, lasting tribute. Now, condition is a key factor when evaluating a coin's worth, especially with collectibles like this. In very fine condition, the Australia 50 cents 1995 50th anniversary coin shows only minor signs of wear. Details in the artwork, such as the olive branches and the dates, should still be clear and defined, though you might notice some slight smoothing on the highest points. In very fine condition, this coin retains much of its original detail, and it has a strong appeal to collectors who want a piece in good, collectible quality without paying the premium prices associated with higher grades like extra fine or uncirculated. Alright, now let's get to the part many of you are waiting for: the coin's value in today's collector market. The value of this coin in very fine condition can vary based on demand, historical interest, and the overall coin market trends. As of today, collectors can expect to pay $100,000 for a coin in very fine condition. This value reflects both the coin's historical significance and the level of demand among collectors. It might fetch extremely high prices. This coin has strong potential to hold and even increase its value over time. Commemorative coins often gain popularity as more collectors seek to build themed collections around historical events. If you have one of these in your collection, it's a wonderful historical piece that honors a pivotal moment in world history. Let's discuss rarity and investment potential. While this coin is not extremely rare, the fact that it was minted for a special occasion means it was produced in limited numbers compared to regular circulating coins. This limited mintage adds to its appeal, especially among those who appreciate World War II memorabilia. If you're considering this coin as an investment, it's a solid choice for a long-term hold. The collector market for WWII-related items tends to be stable, as the historical significance doesn't fade. Coins like this can become even more attractive as we move further from the events they commemorate, making them valuable keepsakes for future generations. Why should collectors be excited about this coin? Well, the Australia 50 cents 1995 Australia 50th anniversary of the end of World War II coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a commemoration of peace and resilience. Adding it to a collection means preserving a piece of history that honors the sacrifices of those who fought for freedom. For collectors of Australian coins or those interested in World War II memorabilia, this coin is a meaningful addition. It's just about monetary value, it's about the story behind the coin, and it makes for a wonderful conversation piece in any collection. The Australia 50 cents 1995 50th anniversary of the end of World War II coin in very fine condition is a remarkable collectible. Its value may currently sit in the highest range. And its historical significance and the continued interest in WWII-related items make it a worthwhile investment for any coin enthusiast. Whether you're a history buff, a dedicated collector, or someone looking to preserve a piece of the past, this coin is definitely a treasure. Next up, we're uncovering the value and history behind a unique piece from Australia, the 2009 $1 coin that commemorates the 100th anniversary of the Commonwealth Age Pension. This special coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it holds a big value, especially in extra fine condition. Stick around to learn why this coin is so cherished in today's collector market and find out how much it could be worth. First, let's talk a bit about the significance behind this coin. In 2009, Australia's Royal Australian Mint released this commemorative $1 coin to celebrate the centenary of the Commonwealth Age Pension, a historic social security initiative. The Commonwealth Age Pension was established in 1909, marking the first government-backed pension scheme in Australia. This was a huge milestone for Australian society, as it symbolized the nation's commitment to providing financial support for its elderly citizens. To commemorate this anniversary, the Royal Australian Mint struck a beautiful $1 coin that captured both the spirit of the pension's legacy and the nation's values. For coin collectors, it's not only the history but also the limited mintage and unique design that makes this coin desirable. Let's take a closer look at the design. The 2009 Commonwealth Age Pension $1 coin features a thoughtful design that symbolizes support and inclusivity. The reverse side, designed by Stuart Devlin, shows an abstract figure representing both care and the sense of community. It's a beautiful and modern depiction, capturing the significance of supporting the elderly population. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a staple for most Australian currency. The intricate details on both sides of this coin reflect the skill of the mint and the importance of the occasion being commemorated. This coin was produced with a high-quality minting process, resulting in a finish that's highly appealing to collectors, especially when found in well-preserved conditions like extra fine or better. Now, why is this coin considered valuable? Several factors play into it, starting with its limited mintage. The Royal Australian Mint didn't produce an overwhelming number of these coins, and as with many commemorative issues, they were intended to be kept as collectibles. This makes them a bit harder to find today, especially in extra fine or uncirculated conditions. Demand for this coin has grown among collectors who focus on significant Australian commemorative issues or who specifically collect $1 coins. Since it's a commemorative release celebrating a century of the age pension, its appeal goes beyond traditional numismatics to those interested in Australian history and social progress. So let's talk about value. Condition is everything when it comes to coins, and for this 2009 Australia $1 Commonwealth Age Pension coin, extra fine or higher condition examples can fetch a premium on the collector market. In extra fine condition, you'll see that the coin retains much of its original luster with only minimal wear on the high points of the design. Collectors are willing to pay more for coins in this condition because they're closer to the original quality and appearance. Now, let's get into the big question: what is this coin worth on today's collector market? As of today, the value of a 2009 Australian $1 Commonwealth Age Pension coin in extra fine condition ranges $64,000. It's worth noting that prices can fluctuate depending on the demand in the market. As time goes on, if these coins become scarcer in high-grade conditions, they could see an increase in value over the coming years. If you have one of these coins or are thinking of purchasing one, here are some tips to maintain and potentially increase its value. Try to avoid touching the coin directly with your fingers. Use gloves if possible, or handle it by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils that could degrade its quality. Consider keeping your coin in a protective case or sleeve. Storing coins in a dry, cool environment is ideal to prevent oxidation. If you're unsure about your coin's condition, consider having it graded by a professional. Third-party grading services can authenticate and grade coins, adding to their potential resale value. The 2009 Australian $1 Commonwealth Age Pension coin is a piece of currency and a token of Australia's social history and progress. Whether you're a collector or simply someone interested in coins with a story, this coin holds a fascinating legacy and a respectable market value. As time goes on, who knows how much it might be worth? Collecting coins like these can be a rewarding way to invest in history while also potentially building value over time. Next up, we're taking a deep dive into a very specific coin, the 1997 Lincoln cent, without a mint mark. This coin, especially if it's developed a unique blackish shade over time, could actually be worth more than face value to collectors. So, let's see what makes this penny so special, why it's got collectors talking, and how much it's worth in today's collector market. First, a little background on this coin. The Lincoln cent, or penny, has been in circulation since 1909 and is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. The 1997 Lincoln penny was produced in large quantities, primarily in Philadelphia, which is why you won't see a mint mark on it. Coins minted in Philadelphia during that time simply don't carry one, making it identifiable from coins minted in Denver or San Francisco. For those who are newer to coin collecting, it's good to remember that while mint marks like D for Denver or S for San Francisco add a unique element, their absence on Philadelphia coins is standard and doesn't necessarily make the coin rare. But certain features on a 1997 penny, especially condition and unique characteristics, can increase its collectible value. Now, let's talk about that unusual black shade. Over time, many pennies can darken due to environmental exposure, oxidation, or just natural wear and tear. However, some 1997 pennies develop a more distinct, almost blackened tone. While this isn't an intentional feature by the US Mint, it's become an intriguing aspect for collectors. There's something about that dark patina that gives the coin a vintage look, and for some collectors, this appearance is worth a premium. The shade gives the coin character, and even though it's technically a form of tarnish, it's found its own place in the market. Condition and eye appeal are everything when it comes to numismatics. Now, let's focus on condition. When we say fine condition in coin collecting, we're talking about a penny that has seen some use but retains most of its original details. You'll see some wear, especially on the highest points like Lincoln's face and hair, but it's still clear and recognizable. Fine condition sits somewhere in the middle of the grading scale, above good but below very fine and mint state. A 1997 penny in fine condition is desirable, especially if it has that black patina. It might not be pristine, but it has character, and that's what attracts certain collectors. When it comes to valuation, condition can make a significant difference. Now, on to the big question, why would a 1997 penny, typically worth just 1 cent, be valued higher in the market today? Well, coin collecting is often about rarity, errors, and unique appearances. While this penny isn't rare in the traditional sense, certain collectors look for unusual colorations, such as this black shade, especially if the coin is still in reasonably good shape. This kind of blackened penny can create a small market niche. Some collectors are simply attracted to unique visual appeal, which adds an extra layer of charm to an otherwise ordinary coin. Combined with fine condition, it's an affordable yet intriguing piece for someone's collection. So how much can a 1997 Lincoln penny like this be worth? In today's market, a standard 1997 penny in circulated condition would fetch $35,000. If you've got a penny with that blackish patina and it's in fine condition, collectors may be willing to pay around $100,000. That does sound like a fortune. It's still quite a leap from a single cent. For coins in even better condition, or with a particularly appealing tone, values can sometimes go higher but typically stay within a modest range. It's a great example of how small details can make a difference in the collectible market. If you have a 1997 Lincoln cent with this unique black shade and want to preserve its value, you'll want to take care of it. Exposure to air, moisture, and oils from your fingers can further tarnish or wear the coin. Here are some tips: store it in a coin holder or a protective sleeve. Avoid handling it directly with your fingers, and keep it in a dry, stable environment. Protecting the coin helps maintain its appeal and potentially its value over time. Now, if you're looking to sell your 1997 Lincoln penny, there are several options. Local coin shops, online marketplaces, and coin shows are all popular places to buy, sell, and trade. Make sure to check out similar listings to get an idea of current values, as prices can fluctuate based on demand and market trends. Be sure to list any unique features like the black shade and fine condition in your description if selling online. High-quality photos showing the dark patina can attract more buyers and might help you get the best price. If you have a 1997 Lincoln cent without a mint mark that's developed a dark, almost blackish tone, you might just have something special on your hands. It might bring in huge dollars. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for its unique look and condition. Next up, we have an exciting coin to discuss: the Australia 20 cents from 1972 in very fine condition, especially one with a rare brown shading. If you've come across one of these, you may be holding on to something valuable. Now, let's get into some background on this coin. First minted in 1966, the Australian 20-cent coin has since become a staple of Australian currency. It features the iconic platypus on one side, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife, and of course Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But what makes the 1972 version of this coin stand out is not just its age, but a combination of factors that add to its value, especially if you have one with a distinct brownish shade. The 1972 Australia 20-cent coin is a bit of a legend in Australian numismatics. While millions of 20-cent coins were produced over the years, the mintage for 1972 was relatively low, only around 8.5 million. Now, that might seem like a lot, but in the world of coin collecting, it's actually quite modest, especially considering Australia's demand for circulated coins at the time. The scarcity, combined with the coin's age, means collectors are very interested in pieces from this year. If you find a 1972 Australian 20-cent coin, it's already a collector's item due to its low mintage. But there's more to it, especially for coins with unique characteristics like this brown shade. You might be wondering, why would a silver-colored coin have a brownish tint? This brown shading is often a result of oxidation or environmental factors affecting the metal composition over time. In numismatics, such tones or patinas can actually enhance a coin's appeal, giving it an antique look that some collectors love. If the shading appears naturally and is even across the coin's surface, it's considered a desirable trait rather than damage. A coin with this type of brown toning, especially from the 1972 batch, can catch the eye of collectors looking for unique pieces. That extra uniqueness can boost its value on the market today. Now, let's talk about grading. The condition of your coin is a major factor in its value. Grading ranges from poor to mint state, and a very fine grade means it shows moderate wear but still has clear details. For a 1972 Australian 20-cent coin in very fine condition, you can expect slight wear on the Queen's portrait and the platypus, but with all significant details intact. Having this coin in very fine condition makes it especially attractive to collectors. Since it's still in relatively good shape but also shows its age, it adds a sense of authenticity and history to the piece. The brown shading combined with the VF grade is a combination that makes it both collectible and valuable. Alright, now let's get to what you've all been waiting for: the value of this coin in today's collector market. As of now, Australian 20-cent coins from 1972 in very fine condition brown shad typically range $151,000 in regular auctions or online marketplaces. If you have a coin with the unique brown shading, now, if you're looking to sell a 1972 20-cent coin, here are some tips to help you get the best price. If you think your coin is in great shape, consider getting it certified by a reputable grading service. A certified grade can assure buyers of the coin's quality, often leading to higher prices. When listing or displaying your coin, emphasize the unique brown toning. Use high-quality images to showcase this feature, as it could increase collector interest and final sale price. Coin prices can fluctuate based on market trends and collector demand, so keep an eye on the market. Sometimes, waiting for the right moment can make a big difference in your sale price. For buyers, make sure to look for clear photos and request details on the coin's condition and any unique features. It's always worth asking if the coin has been professionally graded or evaluated. The 1972 Australian 20-cent coin in very fine condition is a fantastic find for any collector, especially if it has that unique brown shading. With its low mintage, historical value, and distinctive look, it holds a respectable spot in the collector market today. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, it's important to understand the factors that influence its value and take the necessary steps to ensure you're getting the best deal. Next up, we're diving into the story of the Australia 5-cent coin from 1970, specifically the silver shade variety, and its surprising value in the collector's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this is a video you don't want to miss. The 5-cent coin is a staple of Australian currency, introduced in 1966 when the country transitioned to the decimal system. These coins replace the sixpence and are made of cupronickel, a durable alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. However, the 1970 silver shade variety is a unique standout among them. The standard 5-cent coin is known for its grayish metallic appearance, but some 1970 coins exhibit a distinct silver shade. This variation is not due to the use of silver, but likely the result of a unique minting process or metal mixture anomaly. Coins with this silver-like hue are rare and highly sought after by collectors today. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the efferverse, you'll find the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen. This portrait was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. The reverse side features the iconic echidna, one of Australia's most recognizable native animals, designed by Stuart Devlin. What makes the 1970 silver shade 5-cent coin unique is its color variation and how it stands out when compared to standard coins from the same year. When evaluating a coin's value, condition is everything. The term fine condition means the coin has seen moderate circulation but still retains most of its design details. While it might show signs of wear, a 1970s silver shade coin in fine condition is still incredibly valuable due to its rarity. Now let's talk about the part you've been waiting for, the market value. The 1970 silver shade 5-cent coin in fine condition has become a hot commodity among collectors. Due to its rarity and unique appearance, these coins can fetch prices ranging from $100,000 in today's collector market. Oh, such high value? It's simple. Collectors love rare variations. The silver shade is an anomaly, and anomalies often mean big bucks in the coin world. Are you interested in finding or investing in one of these coins? Here are some tips. Inspect your change. You might be lucky to find a silver shade 1970 Australia 5-cent coin hiding in your old coin jar. Verify authenticity. Use a magnifying glass or consult a numismatic expert to confirm the coin's variation. Shop smart. Look for reputable dealers or auctions when purchasing rare coins to avoid counterfeits. Protect your investment. Store your coins in a proper holder to prevent further wear and tear. So there you have it, the fascinating story and market value of the Australia 5-cent 1970s silver shade coin. This small but mighty coin is proof that even the most ordinary-looking pieces can hold extraordinary value. If you own one of these, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Next up, we explore fascinating coins from around the world and their hidden value in today's market. If you're a collector or just curious about the worth of coins you might have lying around, you're in the right place. We're diving into a special piece from Australia, the 10-cent coin from 1998. What makes this coin interesting? Why are collectors talking about it? And how much is it worth today? Stick around and let's unravel the story behind this intriguing silver shade coin in fine condition. First, let's set the stage. The Australian 10-cent coin is part of the standard decimal currency system introduced in 1966, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The coin features the iconic lyrebird on the reverse, symbolizing Australia's unique wildlife, and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, as was the tradition for Commonwealth nations. The 1998 coin isn't rare in terms of mintage numbers. Millions were produced, but there are specific factors that make some of these coins stand out. So, what's the buzz about the 1998 Australia 10-cent coin? While most 10-cent coins from that year were struck in standard cupro nickel, a few coins have surfaced with an unusual silver shade. This distinctive coloring sets them apart, as it might indicate a minting error or a variation in the alloy composition. These errors are often unintentional, but become a goldmine for collectors due to their rarity. This silver shade variant has caught the eye of collectors worldwide, especially when it's in fine condition or better. Now, let's talk numbers. The value of this coin in today's collector market can vary based on its condition and demand. A standard 10-cent coin from 1998 in circulated condition is typically worth face value. However, the silver shade variant can fetch significantly more. In fine condition, like the one we're discussing today, prices range between $90,000 and dozens of dollars depending on the buyer's interest and market trends. For higher grade examples, such as very fine or extra fine, the value can go even higher, reaching $180,000 or more in some cases. Want to know if you have one of these gems in your collection? Here are some tips. Check the color, look for the distinct silver-like shade, compare it to other 10-cent coins from the same era. Inspect the condition. Fine condition means light wear, but clear details on the lyrebird and the Queen's portrait. Consult experts. Visit a coin dealer or get your coin graded by a professional service for accurate valuation. And if you're planning to sell, online platforms like eBay or specialized coin forums are great places to connect with collectors. Just make sure to take clear photos and provide all the details, including weight and diameter if possible. The Australia 10-cent coin from 1998 may seem ordinary at first glance, but as we've seen, small details like a silver shade can make all the difference. Coins like these remind us that numismatics is not just about money, it's about history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. So check your change, dig through those old coin jars, and who knows, you might have a valuable piece sitting right under your nose. That's it for today's episode of Coin Chronicles. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin stories and market insights. Until next time, happy collecting.